Lori. I'm here with my empties and unempties. We're gonna get moving because don't have enough unempties to make a video, but it's gonna be long. So we need to get cranking on this. So the first one I had from L3 was lemon curd, pound cake, Danish butter cookies, and you'll remember my basket was favorites. So look, I have one tiny little piece. I'm probably gonna use it in here later today and be done with it. So I'll consider this an empties maybe. I love this. It's so delicious. Lemony pound cake. Perfection. I love it. I'm going to add a few of these to my basket for next week as well because I love these scents and I want to use a little bit more of them. This was also from L3, Lunar Eclipsed Smoked Vanilla Sugar Plum Boardwalk Mellow Clouds, or BMC. This is so complex. It's gorgeous. It changes as it melts. You get that plum, you get the BMC, you get, the lunar eclipse. Everything comes out in this as it goes along and melts. I highly recommend this one. I got it from a sample and melted it. Lasts forever. Just love it. Another one I'm going to put back into my bathroom is Lavender Vanilla Summer Breeze from Rose Girls. This is perfection. I will always repurchase. It is a gorgeous laundry scent to my nose. Just so fresh and clean and pretty. Love it. Speaking of laundry, so we have Britta's Murder in Paradise, Margarita, Hawaiian Punch, and Gain Island Fresh. This is also going to go back in the basket. It's my favorite laundry scent. I love this one and will always repurchase. I have Ava's Country Cupboard. This will be a bathroom scent as well. This is Beach. This is the Bobbi Brown Beach. Warm Sand, Salty Sea Air, Jasmine, and Mandarin. I love this scent. This is perfection. So pretty. It's just gorgeous. It's a perfume and you can tell, but it's so nice. I'm going to put this back. I'm going to put this in my bedroom. I melted this in the living room and it was different than I thought it was going to be. It was more on the creamy side than fizzy for me. And I like my Blonde Moment to be a little bit heavier on the fizz, but with this orange sherbet and the marshmallows in here, it really kind of tamped that down. It was totally different than I was expecting. I think I'm going to add some fizzy. I'm going to amp this up with a little fizzy. This is orange sherbet, marshmallow, champagne, raspberries, and cranberries, which is Blonde Moment. So we're going to add a little bit more fizzy to this one and see how I like it that way. I had a custom that I did with the Scented Squirrel, Mandarin Orange Tea and Cakes, raw sugar cane, Mandarin Orange, vanilla, and tea and cakes. This was so good. So nice. It was orangey tea and cakes blend. So this was done very well. She blended it fantastically. So I love that one. I'm not going to put it in the basket again, but it will be back soon, I'm sure. And I just have a couple of small pieces for Hermione. I might put it in here also and melt this. I haven't decided, but we'll see. I love this. So good. Orange cranberry muffins and a hint of books. And it's true. It's a hint of the library or books in the background. It doesn't take it over, but you definitely get the orange cranberry muffins. It's such a good, unique blend. So she offers this for her Harry Potter sampler. I would highly recommend picking this one up. So that was my unempties. Let's go through the empties. I always get itchy nose. I don't know what's going on, but anyway. So for Memorial Day, we did this Goose Creek red, white, and blue, and I can't hold on to stuff. This was fantastic. I do have the candle as well. You'll see, we'll talk about it tomorrow, but I'm going to be utilizing that candle this week as well. This is really good. So I loved this. It wasn't super strong or long lasting, but it gave a really nice, fun candy-like scent to the house on Memorial Day. So I enjoyed that one. We melted through this Better Homes and Gardens Cranberry Mandarin Splash. I just really needed a fun fruity blend the one day, and absolutely I love this. This is one of my favorites. We'll always repurchase. It's a really good 50-50, I would say, balance of the two. You get the cranberry, you get the mandarin. So really enjoy that one. My son melted this Luna Lovegood from Wandering in Wonderland, strawberry bread and strawberry coated marshmallows. He said he got better throw on this one. I melted this in my tea lights in the living room and didn't. He has hot plates downstairs in his lair, as we call it. And so he did really enjoy this one. It was a good strawberry like cereal type scent. I tried this Fago Original Grape. I picked this up from Ace Hardware Stores, kind of on a whim. This is made in Michigan. It's a pop. We say pop. And I picked up, I think, 3 different scents. They were on the expensive side, I will say. And it's a weird wax formula. It's very strange. But this was good. Do I need this again? No, because I think I can get this in vendor wax. But it was interesting to try. It's definitely grape. Was it super fizzy? No. But then again, we all know how much fizzy I like in blends. So it was okay. I'm glad I tried it, but I probably wouldn't repurchase. I have Scentsy. I have a couple of Scentsy that I tried. I was adding some items to my club. I do like the idea of a club where you can keep things in and always get them. I don't like it when things are discontinued. You have a love of something and you can't get it. So I have to say I really do like their club option. And we tried this Disney Oh Boy. I had a couple, oh my gosh. I had a couple that I used in my husband's R2D2 warmer that my husband has on his desk. Couldn't really smell it, honestly. That's a 9-watt warmer. I think that's going to be more for looks, honestly, because it doesn't throw super, super well, to be honest. This is a nice fragrance, but it's very light. I think this would do good in a small room, like in here with the doors shut. Even in our bedroom might be okay. I did try this in my 6 warmers, and I did actually use it in my hot plates to see how it would do. It was okay, but it was on the lighter side. I wouldn't add this to my club, but I'm glad I tried it. And then this one was Berry Bright. This was similar, I would say. A really nice, like, fun, fruity fragrance that wasn't super strong as well. So I wouldn't, I mean, I like this one better, and this was a little bit stronger, but I will probably buy another one and give it another try. I need to move my warmers around, I think, a little bit because I'm finding my air conditioning is on more than my heat normally is. I think it's throwing off my, you know, the scent throw in the house in general, because a lot of these are my favorites and I had a hard time smelling a few of them. So I think it might be the air conditioning, and it's in the 90s here this week, so yay. So I got an order from L3 and I had another cracked lid, and I'm not going to bother Jennifer to have her send it to me. I just think it's, I don't know. So she doesn't need to just send me a lid. I should ask her though, truly, like on my next order, if I remember to put a note in, can you send me a couple extra lids? I have a couple of broken ones. So I did finish up this Juicy Fruit Cotton Candy Satsuma. This is a really nice blend. You definitely get the juicy fruit. I would say it's heaviest on the juicy fruit to my nose. It doesn't take over. Like, I've had juicy fruit from other vendors where it just blows you out of the house. This one wasn't that way. It was a very, very nice fragrance. I don't know that I'd get this blend again. Honestly, she's got so many other great blends that I'm glad I tried it, but I don't know if I'd get it again. Wow. Okay, so my son melted this sample of lingonberry from Hayden Row. He really liked it, so I told him we do have a souffle of that, so he was happy about that one. He melted this Avo Bath from L3. I love this scent, and I do have it from several different vendors. I have some Avo Bath blends from her. He liked it, actually, and so, yes, would totally repurchase. We had Destination Wax Beach Nights. This is Marshmallow, Beach Fire, and Ocean Breeze. Not smoky. More marshmallow, less ocean breeze than beach bonfire. So he loved this, and I held myself back. I know you guys are going to be shocked. I held myself back from ordering in this latest pre-order. I'm going to wait until July or August, I think. I have a lot of wax to get through. You guys know. This will definitely be on the list. This is so nice. This is definitely more marshmallow, like a beach nights type of blend. This is so good. I know she calls it beach nights, but this is so nice. He loved it. So this is definitely going in the, we're going to order this pile. We loved it. And then we had a couple of Rose Girls Christmas Eve in Cookie Land. I will always repurchase. I do have a loaf of this. I had a sample, and then I had from the Cookie Land sampler as well. So I melted these two. I will say that I am kind of a seasonal melter, and I could tell when I put this on, it was kind of like, So I think it's more of a cold weather type of thing for me. It is, like I said, it's really hot here. And it just didn't hit the mark for me like it normally does. I'm going to wait and save this for colder weather, like my loaf and that kind of thing. but I love that scent. We'll always repurchase. It's just such a nice eggnog, like bakery scent, so I love it. We had Cromwell Cookies, a sample of this, animal crackers, sugar cookie royale, sugar cookie dough, and vanilla ice cream. I really feel like I get the animal crackers in here and the sugar cookie. This is really good. I have a larger size of it, so that is definitely a repurchase. We had Voodoo Island, orange sherbet, Hawaiian punch, lemon curd, and whipped cream. So this, my son was kind of like, I'm not sure. I think it was the orange sherbet that did it for him. It was a little bit too heavy on that for him, but we liked all of the other things. So like Hawaiian punch, lemon curd, or Hawaiian punch and lemon curd together would probably be really, really good, but he didn't dislike it, we just don't need like tons of that blend. I have no idea how to say this one, so I will hold it up, but this is from that Small Good Shop, fresh laundry, red apples, and pink sugar. I wrote on here really good, so you'll see my note. I think I have 2 more bags of the six little chunk bag size of this. This was so good. You got all of those components. You got the apple, the pink sugar, and the laundry. So it was like a pink sugar apple laundry blend. It was fabulous. I enjoyed it, so I'm glad I have more of that one. We have Cosmic Glitter from that Small Good Shop. It says a shiny, happy blend of citrus and fruits. So my note, and every time, so I melted this in my bedroom, used 2 cubes, you know, each time I melted it, and I really got a sunscreen component to this one. I don't know why. It was odd. It was kind of in the background. So I don't know if it's just the combination of the fruits and the citrus here playing tricks on my nose. But that's kind of what I got. It wasn't a bad scent by any stretch of the imagination, but it just, to me, reminded me a little bit of sunscreen. So I don't know about that one. All right, we had Britta's ice cream stand, orange sherbet, mango, and strawberries. My son really liked this one, melted this. We love her. She's got some really great ice cream type scents. Summer Scoop, he loves that one. We had Kay's Scented Melt Fresh Linen Odor Eliminator. I'm reading my note. This was like a 15 out of 10, and I said no. This was so strong. If you want a fresh odor eliminator, this might be for you, but this was too strong for me. Not quite the scent that I wanted to go for, but we used it. We gave it a try, that's for sure. We had Summer in a Jar, the Bathing Garden. This is so good. This is Summer in a Jar. My son used this. I get like strawberry and peach from this, and it was really nice. So he said definitely repurchase. We had Britta's Wild Berry Mousse, White Clouds, White Cake, and Whipped Cream. It's a little bit too heavy on the White Clouds for our nose, and he didn't really think that it went with the other things. So this would not be a repurchase. That was a sample, but we would not repurchase it in a larger size. This is Candy Carousel from the Bathing Garden. This was such a huge sample. It took me 3, not but meltings to go through this large piece. I do definitely appreciate the samples. This is definitely a fun candy scent. It's not floral at all. It's definitely a candy type scent. It reminds me a little bit of Snow Fairy, a little bit, or Pink Fairy Gumdrop, that type of scent. It's kind of the scent family that it's into my nose. If you like those kinds of blends, you will like that one. Then we had from the Pharmacist's Daughter, Beans and Cream, Coffee House, Marshmallow, Sweet and Creamy, Coconut Shortbread Cookies. I love this one. I did pick up more of this in her latest pre-order. Totally recommend you get the coffee, you get the coconut shortbread. Definitely in this blend. Really, really good. Make sure you cure it. I do cure her wax for a little bit longer. It's a harder wax, and for me, it tends to work out a little bit better with extra cure time. We have Birdie's Making Sense, You Make Me Feel Alive, Grape, and Fizzy Pop. This is one of my favorites from her. They're really smudgy, as you can tell. Her wax is soft, so it was just me handling it, and I cut it and then put it back in the bag. So, yeah, I got a little bit of smudgy, but this is such a good grape fizzy scent, and will always repurchase. I have a couple more of those. This was the last bit of my custom order. Was a large bakery bag that I rebagged once we had used part of it. This is Quarantine 15, what I call Quarantine 15. Coffee bean, hazelnut coffee mate, and Mexican fried ice cream. This turned out so well. Jennifer blended this fabulously. I loved this. This was perfect. I will request that again for sure. I'm sad to see it go, but So good. This was Baker's Delight from the Pharmacist's Daughter, blackberry jam, zucchini bread, funnel cake, and pie crust. I honestly wish this lasted just a little bit longer. It was good, but I would have liked it if it lasted just a hair longer. It was definitely a good blackberry jam, zucchini bread mix. The next one that we have is Butter Pecan Santa Farts. I absolutely love this. I believe that her Santa Farts oil has been discontinued, but I think you can recreate this with like a Santa's on keto or something. It's a similar blend. This was so good. Definitely heavy bakery. To me, being a seasonal melter probably is more of a winter scent, but I love that one. We melted Vintage Chic, a little bit Alexis, strawberries and cream, cinnamon and sugar, and vanilla smoothies. This lasted, I would say, about 4 hours in my tea lights and petered out, which is somewhat typical. I'm a little surprised when things last longer, so I did really like this scent and wish that, you know, it lasted a little bit longer, but that's kind of, you know, what you face when you use tea lights, so be aware. We had Britta's Ice Cream Man, which is strawberry and summer scoop. My son loves this. We do have more of it. We'll forever repurchase. It's such a creamy, like strawberry ice cream with extra strawberries. Like you have the strawberry ice cream and you put some extras on top of the strawberries, and you know, really enjoyed it that way. So we will always get that one. Had a couple of these scent shot cups. I am trying to use these up. I think I mentioned before, last week's was Fantastic Plastic, my theme of the week. And I am trying to cycle through these and trying not to purchase as many of them, I think, going forward. Just feel like it's a lot of waste for one thing. Takes up a lot of room in my drawers, and just, you know, overall, it's not my favorite size. So I had berry topped waffles from Kay's, and I do have a custom in this, so I have her, you know, custom chunks. So this, I needed to use up this size. I love it. This is fantastic. Actually, I have it going right now, and I'm dropping. Always dropping. But I love this scent. It definitely smells like the hot, crusty, in the best possible way, griddled waffles topped with some really rich berry, like compote or syrup. It is so good. Forever will repurchase that one. Highly recommend you try it if you haven't. I used Beezy's. This was Grapefruit Zest. This just wasn't a very good grapefruit to my nose. I guess I like pink grapefruit, and this wasn't. I don't know. I don't know what it is about this. It has a slight perfumey note to my nose. I'm not sure what's missing for me, but this I would not repurchase. I think I have one more. But yeah, that one was tough to get through for me. We had afternoon tea from That Smell Good shop. This is brewed tea, almond cookies, and citrus. I will 100% repurchase. This is so strong, so good. I could smell it coming up out of my bedroom and it going back there, and will forever repurchase. I love that one. We had a sample from Teddy B's Lavender Cream, Lavender Marshmallows, Vanilla Sugar Waffle Cone. I absolutely love her lavender. It is so good. And yeah, oh my gosh, it's just so, this is gorgeous. I will get this, definitely. You guys know how I feel about lavender. I'm very picky about lavender scents. There are very few lavender scents or vendors that I will buy lavender from, and I love this. Her lavender to me is probably the best. I love Hayden Rose, Mac Apple, and Lavender blend. That is fabulous, but that is more apple. This is like more of a creamy, just soft, beautiful lavender scent. So yeah, and it smells authentic to me. Like the lavender in it smells more like the lavender that I planted and grown in my yard. I don't know. Some of them just don't smell like, I don't know, don't smell like the same lavender. Okay, so this is a love of ours. We need more. I think we're down to one souffle. This is Vintage Chic First Ladies Cafe. Tropical fruits, lemons, limes, and sugared oranges, which is volcano type, and fresh picked strawberries. My son loves it. Oh my gosh, it's one of his favorites. He was so sad. He said we're getting down to the end of our stash of that, so I need to find out if we can maybe get a loaf or two of that one. Then I had a couple of these little cups that I used in here. This is Melted Mousse Cindy Lou. This was I don't know, kind of a creamy peppermint type blend to my nose, and it was just okay. I'm not a huge mint lover, So I probably don't need more of it. I'm glad I tried it. I know a lot of people love that scent, but I'm not huge on mint scents. And then we had from Midnight Daydream, Cookie Dough Deluxe, Sugar Cookie Deluxe, and Sugar Cookie Dough. This was a really nice cookie scent. It definitely was cookie. It probably lasted about 4 or 5 hours in here on this hot plate and was really pleasant. I don't know how strong it would be out in my main open concept living space, but I really enjoyed this scent in here. And yeah, it was a good cookie scent. Okay, so I have some candles. I'm super excited. I got through some candles. So let's go through those. So I have candles that are old. This is White Barn Lemon. I mean, look at that. This, I will say, just didn't perform the best. It was old. It was halfway melted or burned down to begin with. And so, yeah, I wanted to finish it up, but it kind of petered out. This was 2012. It says, brighten the day with the prettiest citrus fragrance, sparkling lemon, sweet orange blossom, and exotic palm leaves. This is really just lemon to me. It's a really nice lemon. I have several of these that I haven't started burning. So I will be using these. I'm really trying to use up some of my candles. So we'll see if the scent is a little bit better. These are older. They're starting to, lose their scent a little bit, and I want to use them. So we used that one this week. And then I have full-size candles. So a couple of these are holdovers from the previous week. I forgot to go over them. So let's do that first. I have this vanilla and peach tea. This one I burned, and it started to get that weird kind of kerosene-y smell, so I did put it in my candle crack. So the scent notes say peach tea, vanilla, sweet vanilla cream or creme, and fresh oat milk. I really liked this. Yeah, it's gone now, but this was a really just kind of a creamy peach, not a bad peach, a nice peach. Because of the performance of this, I probably wouldn't get another one, which is a shame because I would have really enjoyed it. It was on the lighter side. So if you want a lighter candle, you could crack it right from the beginning. It would probably be stronger. I think that this kind of burned through some of its fragrance oils in the beginning and then kind of just petered out. But I enjoyed it. I'm glad I melted through it. And then this one, Mermaid Lagoon, which I was really iffy about. I was going to take it back at first without burning it because I wasn't sure. I got it candle day on an online order, so you just never really know. Hadn't sniffed it. These scent notes are shimmering ocean water, tiara flowers, and sea mist. So this I did start burning. It burned okay. It just wasn't really a fragrance that I loved, so I did have this on a hot plate for a week actually. I can still smell it a little bit. It's funny because this reminds me of a slightly vanilla cashmere cedar. I don't know why, like a really light version of that. I don't know why it's doing that because that's none of the notes in here. I have no idea what's doing it, but it doesn't smell anything like the notes to my nose. It would not be a repurchase, but I will say, I mean, this jar is so gorgeous. It is fantastic. I love it. So pretty. I really knocked it out of the park with the jar style on that one. Then, you guys know, I did my review on this. I was really bummed out. This is the Be Mine Candy Hearts, also from Bath & Body Works. Scent notes say cotton candy sugar, sparkling raspberries, and a sprinkle of love from Cupid. So this is the Pink Fairy Gumdrop. I would say little sister. It's not as robust, I guess, as the Pink Fairy Gumdrop. It is a weaker version. People have said that. I totally agree. This really did not perform well in burning for me. I had to cotton ball it. It was on the lighter side, but I will say it really did much better in the candle crack. I did have it in a candle crack. Lived out its best life there. I wouldn't get this version. You guys know I love Pink Fairy Gumdrop. We'll forever repurchase that one. But this would be a no. Love the packaging. Super cute. But this would be a no for that candle. And then the recent ones that we did, I burned through one of my beloved blueberry pies. And it did pretty well. I mean, it got a little sooty towards the end. And actually, I did put this on a hot plate for about 24 hours at the end, just to get all the rest of the scent oils out of it. I love this. I have several more of these. I think about 6. So this is the first one. I should have 5 left. This did really well for me. I will say you've got to trim your wicks. Definitely, I mean, I would have trimmed it again, honestly. If I was going to relight this, I would have trimmed off just a little bit. I have cuticle scissors that I use, and I have candle wick trimmers that I try to get, you know, down to nubbies without making it, you know, dud out so that it doesn't melt anymore. But yeah, this is so good. You definitely get the crust. This is definitely their flaky crust note that you get in the apple pie. So good. Highly recommend. I hope they bring this back. So good. And then this one's still warm. I just took it out of the candle crack. I am switching my candles for the week. I am cracking 1 candle every week, and I will leave it in here. It's over right to the actual left of me. And really enjoyed this one. This one I didn't enjoy burning as much. It was fantastic in the candle crack. I would 100% recommend this one for a candle crack. This is Sorrento lemons, cane sugar, and lemon zest. It lasted all week in here in this office. I could smell it coming out of the office. It took over anything that was going in here until about the end of the week. I mean, the last couple of days it was faint, but I will say in the beginning of the week it was fabulous. Just the most gorgeous sugary lemon delight. It was good. And I didn't take the wicks out of this one, so make sure you never want to light your candles again after you use them in a candle crack or warm them on a hot plate. Normally I take the wicks out, but I knew this was going to go and be recycled right away. And yeah, so I can still smell a faint hint of the lemon, but hardly at all. And I couldn't smell it in this office anymore. I thought, you know, it's time to change. I am changing my candles in the crack on Saturdays. I'm going to try to do that. So if they're misbehaving and they're not doing well burning, they're going to go in the candle crock that I'm going to use there. But yeah, so I did get through a lot of candles. I'm really pleased. Like I said, this was a weird week of melting. I had a lot of favorites, but the airflow in my house, for some reason, with all of the air conditioning kicking on, and we did have our overhead ceiling fan on, and that just, you can't smell anything when that is going on. So there were some scents that lasted a long time when we didn't have the ceiling fan on, and there were some other scents that I was like, I don't think I'm going to smell anything no matter what I do. So this was my empties and unempties for the week. I'm super excited. Now, next week's theme, you guys ready? Is going to be the ode to the start of summer or welcome summer. It is definitely scorching here. So we are going to have like 90-degree temperatures here in Michigan in the north. Which is not something that we normally have. So yeah, it's not, we're not welcoming it with open arms, I will tell you, in this house. I pulled a lot of fun fruity blends for next week's basket, so make sure that you tune in for that. I so appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.